Aloha, friends and neighbors. Should I start the show? Well, let's see what's on the chart here. Got my handy dandy iPhone. There's the app. What's it look like anyway? Whoop-oh, look at that. There's the moon. And the moon is right on Saturn. No wonder it's so slow and cold and I feel so old. Squaring Neptune, huh? Look at that square. Well, that's going to be one of the themes for this show. Let's just get to it, huh? By the way, you can watch this show on SkyMirrorAstrology.com/TV. If you're interested in getting the iPhone app, just go SkyMirrorAstrology.com, leave off the /TV, and you'll find out all about how you can buy the $10 app for your iPhone and press a button and see what's going on in the sky mirror. This is show 1034. 1034 weeks I've served you. What's important for you to know about this week, this coming week we're going to cover is the last week in September. Pluto is stationing. Yes, Pluto stops in the sky. All of our consciousness goes to Pluto. Now, there's a new moon on September 30th. You're still here on the eclipse, 9 Virgo 21 eclipse. That one set off the Saturn-Neptune square. I'm going to talk about that a bit. But when you get to September 30th, the 9 Libra new moon kind of takes you out of all that fear and Neptune confusion. What is that anyway? I'll get more to it. Neptune? What is that? Monsanto? It's oil. Saturn? Who is that? The judge? I don't know. But we all want to stop some of this Neptune stuff. I've got a neighbor spraying a vacant lot, and on the edge of the lot are bushes that go right to my house. He's spraying Roundup right into my house. You can hear it in my voice. I'm freaking out. I got to stop it. I got to use somehow Saturn to block Neptune. And that's still going on until September 30th. Well, let's take a look at this day by day, okay? There is some good news because Mercury is stopping, and when it stops, it's in trine to Pluto. They're both at 15 degrees of Earth. So there's a lot of discovery going on, wonderful discovery about new things, hidden secret things, power and control issues. You can discover a lot of this stuff. You will in your life. Another good thing that's going on, Venus is sextile Mars. There's some romance going on. Yeah. But the main thing is when Pluto goes direct Monday at 5 a.m., it's a peak of discovery, invention. Pluto has to do with property rights. You know, all the stuff that reptiles do. What do? Territory. This is my territory. I have a neighbor spraying a lot next door to him that's not his territory and hurting my health. What's going on here? Lunacy. Well, let's look at it day by day. Let's see what happens as you experience it as we go through the next week. Starting Thursday night, the moon opposes Mars. We're not happy with grabby Martian types, the sports guys, the people that just want the physical crap. But Venus is there trying to help. First we're angry, 9-10 o'clock Thursday night, and then Venus comes along more like 10, 11, 12 and says, relax, it'll work out. Friday the moon's in Cancer on the 23rd. And in the evening, after dinner, the moon trines Neptune. And there's nothing wrong with pipelines. We could squeeze the last of the oil out of our country and make a profit for oil companies with it. Who cares about the kids and the future generations? Long live Monsanto and religion, art, music, Neptune, the drugs, the doctors. Oh yeah, we believe in it all. You might feel that Friday. Look out. You're walking into a trap. Here early Saturday morning, here's the moon opposing Pluto. Eek, a bug, panicky. New information, investigations, police, dogs, vicious creatures preying on the protesters. I'll show you that in a minute. But Mercury here is in sextile. There could be some communication maybe with these police. I don't know. You're not going to like it much Saturday morning early. Don't get up too early. You know, the bug may... I got a big old cockroach flies in my bedroom and walks on me in the morning. Ugh! That's Pluto. In the afternoon and evening, there's a square to Uranus, and we feel kind of all alone. And the media isn't helping any. I can't hardly watch television now, I gotta be honest. All the news broadcasts, all they do is the same old stuff. You gotta go to the internet and YouTube and stuff to get the real news. So, jittery, alone, you know, shaky. And this isn't good after Pluto, because when the moon opposes Pluto, you could be catching some volcanoes, some pollution. You could be worried about mosquito-borne stuff, underground things, volcanoes, poisons. That's the day, Saturday. Sunday, well, here's a square to Venus. You're not going to get any rest and sweets and goodies. You might as well get up and try to do something on Sunday morning. Yeah. Jupiter and the sun are there. There's truth and wisdom come out after lunch and in the afternoon. And this is stuff you can probably count on. Maybe it's a wise lawyer or professor, or just you finally, aha, now I understand. That's what Jupiter gives. That, aha, now I see it clear. Yeah, that's what every lawyer wants, every professor wants. And here's the judge. Here comes the judge. Is he listening? I don't know. You won't know till midnight or so Sunday night. But it seems like he's trying anyway, old Saturn, to help a little bit. You'll still feel that Monday, the moon's in Leo, Sunday and Monday. It's all about business, isn't it? Yeah. So you got a plan Monday morning. Good for you. You know. Here's a trine to Uranus. Late Monday night, the 26th. Technical things could be done and figured out and might go more smoothly for you. There is a sense of brotherhood and universality and common sense clicks in late Monday night. This is like 10, 11 o'clock Monday. On the 27th, it starts with Leo, but before you get to lunch, the moon shifts into Virgo. This is the earth color here. There's a nice trine to Mars. The heroes are out, the young men, the people who are going to fix things. So here you have brotherhood, and here you have young heroes. I'm going to show you a website called Red Warrior here after I get done with this and show you what's going on there. Woo! Here's Venus. She's going to reward Mars for his heroes. You know, there's romance here Tuesday night. You get some rest and peace and quiet. You're going to need it, because on Wednesday, here's the square to Neptune, the opposition to Neptune, excuse me. We don't want more oil and gasoline and drugs and doctors and priests and phoniness. People lying, deceiving. Here's the square to Saturn. We're stuck with it again Wednesday morning, right through the middle of the day. There's some nurturing in the afternoon. The moon goes by the north node. But the wisdom and the investigations don't show up until late Wednesday night. The moon goes by Mercury and trines Pluto. Aha! New things are popping up, yeah? Remember, Pluto stops, and it gets most strong when it stops. So, yeah. When it goes direct is Monday, and it's in the morning at 5 a.m. So, let's see. I lost, but where am I going here? Moon in Virgo. A lot of talk, a lot of discovery going on Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Optimism too, huh? But the moon really comes to Libra here Thursday afternoon. After dinner in the evening, the moon shifts into Libra. And there's the sun, and there's Jupiter, and there is a square to Mars, unfortunately. So there's a lot of anger around once you understand. Now I see it clear. We're all pissed off, though, about it. I know I am. There's a new moon here at 9 degrees of Libra on Friday. It takes you out of this dreadful Saturn-Neptune. Fear, confusion, lying, deceit on Neptune. Bad judgment, bad business from Saturn. So we've had a whole month of that now, gang. Yeah, you're going to be happy to get out of it. So the gate opens here on Friday with that new moon, and you got a whole month when you're be out of that fear and out of that confusion. You'll get a plan of action together late Friday night. Here's a sextile to Saturn. And then early in the morning Saturday, here's the square to Pluto. Eek, a bug! You know, discovery is freaking me out. I don't like it. What is that about the policemen? What, they're using dogs on the protesters? Eek! Here's Saturday. Their problem is that there's an opposition to Uranus. The media is not going to help. They've all gone corporate. I don't care whether it's NBC or CBS or CNN or Fox or MSNBC. They're all the same. What's going on? I can't hardly watch television anymore. It's all phony, scripted, corporate crap, excuse me. I feel better about it, and I'm sure you will, when the moon goes into Scorpio on Sunday morning, the 2nd. And, you know, that here's a sextile to Mars. You feel like you want to got some zip in your step Sunday morning. And Venus is there, too, Sunday night. So, and Neptune is there saying, come on, let's have a party, and there's love in the air. And Sunday morning, the heroes are out. Sunday evening, Venus is dressed up in sparkling clothes to reward you all. Ah, sweet mystery of life. Here's our huge mountain, the biggest pyramid in the world. We have a spirit in that mountain. Pele lives in the volcano. And Pele gave us a smiley face. After 1, 2, 3 hurricanes came smash at the big island, she just blew them away. Foof, and they're gone. And she smiled at us. It's notable that she especially smiled when the lava stream coming down the mountain hit the seawater. Some electrical connection, something made Paley happy. She got rewarded. Another interesting thing, the next hurricane that came along had umpteen electrical lightning bolts. Massive electric lightning bolts went off. A lot of you don't know that lightning bolts actually go from the earth to the sky, not the opposite way. What's going on? Well, they're correcting the electrical potential. And there's another part of this volcano pyramid electrical earth phenomenon that we just don't understand. I know all those scientists say, oh, we understand it all. We are volcanologists. We know all about it. They don't. So, anyway, that's a mystery. There's a Pluto mystery for you to cogitate on a bit, huh? Okay. This is all about the pipeline going through North Dakota. And I'm here on September 8th. And what was on the straight corporate media, MSNBC, was a North Dakota judge issued an arrest warrant for Jill Stein, the head of the Green Party, for spraying a bulldozer somehow. Anyway, this is a Red Warrior camp. I learned about this through Redacted Tonight, and I recommend that program with Lee Camp to you on the internet. It's not corporate, you know. And then here on YouTube, Anonymous. These are the guys in the Guy Fawkes masks, and this is where this comes from. Yeah. Now, this is the real stuff. Take a look.
Standing at the construction site of the Dakota Access Pipeline, it looks like there are at least 3 bulldozers that are, to people's surprise at this moment, actually bulldozing the land. There's a helicopter above, there's security here, and hundreds of people have been marching up when they heard that the construction site is actually active right now.
My name's Jacob Johns.
And where are you from?
I'm from Spokane, Washington. I'm hoping and I'm coming out.
And can you describe what you see, what they're doing?
They're bulldozing. They're bulldozing and preparing to install a pipeline to go into the Ethan River.
And above we see a helicopter.
The helicopter itself is...
Now you may remember that I started this Redacted tonight found a group of teenagers off the Indian reservation that ran all the way from North Dakota to Washington, D.C. Nobody took any notice of it except for Lee Camp. And redacted tonight.
And they're yelling at the men in hard hats. One man in hard hat threw one of the protesters down. And they're marching over the dirt mounds. Some of the security have dogs. The 6 bulldozers are pulling back right now.
Private security.
People are marching
Private security.
There are men
with
and
dogs
women and children.
and sprays.
More security trucks are pulling up. There are some protesters on horseback.
Indians riding bareback to scare the dogs. Look, they ride bareback.
Security has some kind of gas. People are being pepper sprayed. From New York, what are you spraying people with?
I don't say anything.
But what is that?
Yeah, it just makes me in the face right now. Amy Goodman, this guy makes me in the face.
Show us the label.
Look, it's all over my sunglasses. Just makes me in the face. A dog bit right now. Dog on me. I can throw the dog like this. Look at this.
Let me say.
Throw the dog on me. Oh, you did it on purpose, man. Over there, with that dog. I was like walking, throw it over me straight, even without any warning, you know? Look at this. Look at this.
That dog.
Yeah, the dog did it, you know? Look at this. Yeah, dog did it.
Man, your dog just bit this protester. Are you telling the dogs to bite the protester? The dog has blood in its nose and its mouth.
And she's still standing here threatening. You can put your blame on the dog. You're an evil woman. You can't put your blame on the fucking dog. You will understand. These people are just threatening all of us with these dogs. And that woman over there, she was charging him, and it bit somebody right in the face, and then it charged at me and tried to bite me, and they're still threatening stuff against us, and we're not doing anything.
Why are you letting her dog go after the protesters? It's covered in blood. Stop the woman! You took the fucking woman! Get the fucking After the protesters said that the dog was bloody from biting them, they then pulled the dogs away, and now pickup truck by pickup truck is pulling away. We'll see what happens. The protesters are moving in to ensure that the security leaves. Let's go check on this woman. What happened?
I just saw a lot of mace, and the sweat was dripping it into. It was the sweat was making it run down into my eyes. I had my glasses on, and that spared me the brunt of it. But then the sweat started putting it in.
How are you doing?
I'm great.
What's your name?
Raina Crow.
And what do you think you've accomplished today?
I hope we've accomplished letting Enbridge know that the people of this nation and the people of this world, tribal or otherwise, have withdrawn their social license to pollute water, and that they need to find an honest, non-violent way to make a living.
Where are you from?
Duluth, Minnesota. I don't know more Duluth.
I got maced twice. I got bit by a dog. I was the front line.
Where did you get bit?
I got bit on the ankle where my boot is. So I told him they needed to leave, but the guy didn't believe me. So he didn't want to listen. He stuck his hand out and he maced me. This other guy, and I think he maced a lady too. Then they tried getting the dogs on us, so I was just standing there. I wasn't really doing nothing. That dog ran up on me and it bit around my ankle.
You pushed them back then?
Yes.
Why is this such an important fight to you?
Because water is life. Like I said, without water, we wouldn't be here. These plants wouldn't be here. There'd be no oxygen. We all die without it. I wish they'd open their eyes and have a heart to realize, if this happens, we're not going to be the only ones going to suffer. They're going to suffer too.
What tribe are you?
I'm a Rollin Free Blood
From?
Pine Ridge Reservation. No one owns this land. This land belongs to the earth. We are only caretakers. We're caretakers of the earth.
Oh. Do you feel like you won today?
We win every day when we stand in unity. We stand and we fight.
How do you feel? What did you accomplish today?
We're protecting our water. That's what we were here to do, and that's what we did.
Where are your horses from?
Crow Creek, South Dakota.
And you came from there?
Yes, ma'am.
And so, describe the scene to us.
We protected our water, and we did a good job at doing it. Thank you.
Is there anything that you want to say to the American people?
To the American people.
To the American people.
Pay attention to the Dakota Access Pipeline and every other pipeline going through your state. This is not happening just here. This is happening all over America. This issue needs to be brought to a higher level. Everyone needs to know it.
Can you believe a North Dakota judge is going to arrest Jill Stein for spraying some little thing on a bulldozer? Pluto. Look, I had in mind a longer show. I was going to talk to you about carbon monoxide, especially in Hawaii. It comes out of your car machine, sneaks into you, slowly puts you to sleep, then suddenly you're asleep, drive off the road and you're dead, and you kill others. Carbon monoxide. Authorities won't help, and they don't. Here's another one, PTSD. It's a virus. It's a con job that all these people got it, because it's just like claustrophobia. It leaves after 3, 6, or 9 months. If you know anybody who says they got PTSD, 3, 6, or 9 months you're out of it. Don't coast the rest of your life on this shabai. Here's another sneaky. These guys, are like ninjas. You can't see PTSD or carbon monoxide. Roundup. The guy sprays it. He doesn't get sprayed because it's liquid and goes down on the ground. And the liquid doesn't get to the guy spraying. But in the next day or two, the liquid dries up, and what you get is tiny little particles, little crystals, and those tiny, sometimes they're smaller than 1 micron. The cigarette smoke, you can't see them, they're so small. And the wind blows them into places that they weren't intended to go. And the person who's spraying it doesn't even know that. He doesn't know why he doesn't get stuffy lungs and burning eyes when he sprays it. How can you complain? 2-3 days later, the downwind people suffer. Typical Pluto ninja stuff. Okay? Finally, I'm going to get it off my chest. There are a bunch of leech people in our country, and they're all over. Leech people are non-productive people. They don't produce anything. They just leech off society. First, there's the military, particularly officers. Oh, officers don't work. They can't get their hands dirty. They're really non-productive. Politicians, okay, very non-productive. All they do is soak up the money. Police, jailers, the NSA, the guys at the airport, all the different uniforms, of policing. They're more leech people. Media folks, talking heads, more leech people. MSNBC also, and all of them. They're just leeching off society. They wear suits and ties because they don't get their hands dirty. Bankers, yeah, insurance people, salespeople, leech people, okay? Leech people. If you can't farm or fish, get the hell out of the way, leech people, because we need to save this earth. It's very hard to spot these non-productive pig people because they're good at pretending, yeah? Very good at pretending. But they're there, and they're sneaking around, living off of you. Yeah, the man with the gun, doesn't matter whether he's in the army or he's a policeman, he's not fishing or farming. No, he's leeching off of you, and you're paying for him. And that's secret too. The CIA, the NSA, the guys at the airport, all non-productive people. You can almost say that if you wear a suit and a tie and you keep your, just look at the person's hands. They haven't done any real work? No. Don't know how to farm, don't know how to fish. Just leeching off society. They're all over, especially in Hawaii. Yeah. So you got to ferret them out. I hope Pluto is going to help you discover some of these non-productive leech people in your own world. There's lots of them. Lots of them. And we need to get rid of them if we're going to try to save us, you know, from the corporation. Anything having to do with the Pentagon, the largest organization in the world, the biggest office building in the world, the biggest employer in the world. Who's paying for that? You know, is there a stock you can buy in the Pentagon? No. It's all secret. Secret, secret, secret. Secret, non-productive, privileged people, papered PhDs who got tenure in your universities, non-productive people. You know, those are the ones that are ruining our Western society. That's the truth of it. I hope you're getting some here. In the meantime, support those Indian tribes trying to stop that pipeline up in the Dakotas. Yeah, that needs to be stopped, folks. You know, that's the sickest, worst sour crude in the world. That's not good oil. That's terrible stuff. It's the last gasp of the oil company, just like fracking is. Has to be stopped. As far as I'm concerned, that has to do with the churches also. Folks sitting behind desks, boo!